Let's face it, bro, there's only a month left of summer and you went another year without getting absolutely shredded down to 10% body fat, revealing all the muscle that you've built. And with there really only being a month or two of summer left, you may be thinking right now to just go back into the winter bulk. The cut didn't happen this year, and to prolong it another year. Well, I'm telling you not to do that. And I'm actually going to show you how to lose 10 pounds in 30 days while still retaining and building muscle in the process. So you can finally have a summer to where you reveal all that muscle that you've built, get down to 10% body fat, and just be absolutely shredded and look like a Greek god. So let's get into it. So how to lose 10 pounds of fat in only 30 days while still building muscle. This is my client Brandon right here, and that's exactly what we did for him without spending hours in the gym, more than 5 days a week. He still has fun on the weekends, goes out, parties, hangs out with his friends, is able to have a social life, and no cardio sessions at all. And you can see here, he's went from 171 pounds all the way down to about 160 from June 1st to June 30th. So about a month, he lost 10 pounds of fat while being able to absolutely transform his physique and build muscle in the process. So step one, first thing we have to do is establish a baseline, right? This is the most important step because this is going to set the foundation for us and make sure that we solve for every variable so there's no guesswork, we're not panicking, and we are on a structured system that we know is going to get you to the result you want. So purpose, get a clear and concise starting point and establish the foundation in which we build off of. Now, how do we do that? Well, eat the same amount of calories and solidify water intake for 10 to 14 days straight, right? Find the baseline in which your weight stays about the same within a pound or two for that 10 to 14 day period. So we know, okay, this is most likely around our maintenance. Make sure you weigh in every single morning fasted to remove as many variables as possible too. Now, the indefinite outcome is we're gonna figure out what your baseline TDEE is, which is your maintenance calories or how many calories you burn a day. And you're still going to be able to progress towards your ideal body composition while doing so. And you look here with Brandon, his results, we had him about 2,400 calories the first week or two because his main goal going in was to recomp and lose fat, gain muscle. So I knew we were gonna be a bit on the lower end, so that's exactly what I planned out. And again, as you can see, this first 9 days right here, he went from 171-ish at his peak to about 168. We were able to accurately estimate his maintenance calories at about 2,800. He lost a total of 5 pounds and his strength increased 18% across all lifts in only 17 days. So now step two, the meta training, most effective tactics available, and we incorporate that to your training. So put on as much muscle mass as possible to increase BMR and start working towards passive income of calories burned. Your basal metabolic rate is responsible for 60% of your TDEE. If you focus on cardio and lifting as your main source of burning calories, that's only 10%. And the easiest way to increase your BMR is the more lean tissue you have, the more muscle mass you have on your frame. So how do we do this? Well, we implement the most effective tactics available for training. What this looks like is high intensity, low volume, and adequate recovery time, right? We progressively overload the highest ROI lifts while ignoring the low ROI ones. So we're not doing that chest routine you saw from your favorite influencer that just has a cookie cutter program to where it looks aesthetic and it grabs attention to get more views on social media. We are going to be implementing the most effective tactics available for every single muscle group and how to train it optimally. Cardio is huge as well. You don't want to be stressing your body anymore while you're already in a deficit and trying to maintain and build muscle. What I see a lot of guys do is this medium intensity, modern steady state. They will go on runs or be a jogger or a hybrid athlete. That does not work, right? You look at runners, professional marathon runners and people who jog, this is what the best ones look like, right? Versus people who walk and do low intensity cardio and people who sprint and do super high intensity cardio. You do not want to be stuck here. This is no man's land, right? It's not moving you towards your goal. It may be, but it's definitely not doing it the most effective and efficient way possible. Now, after we've got your training locked in, we have to optimize your nutrition as that is a really big portion of it. So step 3 is going to be nutrition. We come over here, optimize our diet. The purpose is to optimize for a recomp rate of around 1 to 2 pounds of weight loss per day while increasing strength so we can ensure all weight being lost is fat or excess intracellular water, that bloated look, right? Which is very micronutrient independent. So find meals that you enjoy, right? Don't torture yourself, right? It is very easy to adhere to a diet when you have foods in there that you actually like and enjoy eating. Now, you have to track your calories, macros, micros, and hydration. This is super underrated, and a lot of people miss out on this, which affects their training output, which affects muscle able to be built, which affects their BMR. So now they're burning less calories passively than someone who just dials this in a little bit more, and the compounding effect of this is vast. Then we want to remove low ROI foods, right? So what do I mean by this? One of them, vegetables. It's a hot take, but I'm not a fan of vegetables. I don't have any of my clients eat them if they don't want to. Now, I'm not going to sit here and demonize them, but they're low ROI, right? They contain lectins, oxalates, phytates, essentially anti-nutrients that are going to bind to those and vitamins, minerals that they are praised for having and make it harder for your body to absorb them and use it for its bodily functions. Think about it this way. Plants can't run from predators, so they evolved defense chemicals, right? That's their only way of surviving, to fend off a predator, is with plant toxins, right? The more you consume, the fuller you feel, the more your gut hurts, you stop eating them, right? And then seed oils is a big one. Again, not going to fully demonize them, but you want to remove them as much as possible. Inflammation disrupts gut microbiome and causes cravings, right? It's pretty easy to tell here. You look at this graph of when vegetable oils really made a surge in the dietary fat sources of the United States, and it is directly correlated with the obesity rate, right? This is how they are produced too. Anything that's produced like this, probably don't want to put in your body. Now, great options to have. Grass-fed beef versus grain-fed, right? Reduces your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, which is going to help for inflammation. Potatoes, super satiating. And then eggs, almost every single micronutrient you need, fat-soluble vitamins, great balance of healthy fats, carbs, and protein. And then bang for your buck, steak, right? Everyone loves steak. Leaner cuts and try to go for the 93.7 ground beef, ground turkey, chicken, because we are recomping here. And then once you've got your diet locked in, there's only one more thing you need to do to lose those 10 pounds and gain muscle, and that's stay the course. We've already solved for every single variable. All you need to do now is just stay the course, right? The purpose. Every variable has been solved for. The equation is solved, and there's no need for deviation unless data points reflect that there should be an adjustment. Do not panic with small fluctuations. There are going to be times where you weigh in more and sometimes you lift less. Don't panic and adjust calories or training unless actually warranted, right? And now the inevitable outcome is going to be your body recognizes that it is forced not only to hold on to its current muscle, but build more, or it will be compromised, right? Your body does not want to end up in a gym fail compilation of someone having to grab 145 off of you like this, right? Just something your body doesn't want. And not only that, but fat is what must be burned for energy to induce that adaptation. So that ensures you're building muscle and losing fat. And this is exactly what Brandon looks like right now. He's absolutely killing it again. So you can see 171 to about 161-ish, 162 in only a month, right? You can see 162-ish, he's around 2,400 calories. And he's been able to absolutely pack on muscle while staying in a deficit, losing fat, and recomping towards his ideal body composition. And we did that by just staying at around that 2,300 calorie mark, right? Incorporated a few refeeds here and there, but his weight steadily dropped. There was no need to change. And you can see here with implementing meta training, he's been able to lose 8 pounds and his strength has increased 25% across all lifts. So we know he's losing fat and building muscle. And dude, it's really that simple. Again, all you need is establish a baseline. From there, implement the most effective tactics available when it comes to your training. From there, optimize your diet. And once that's done, all you need to do is just stay the course. Stop scrolling on Instagram looking for the new trend or new hack or new easy way to get it. Once you have found what works, you just have to stay the course. It's finding what works for you. That is the hard part though, which is why I share this information and I hope it helps you. And that's it, bro. Just implement this 4-step strategy for the last month or two of summer to finally lose that 10 pounds of fat, reveal that muscle, and be absolutely shredded and get that wow photo for your IG the last month of summer. Let me know what you think in the comments if Brandon's transformation was absolutely crazy, and also what more you'd like to see, because I am honestly open to giving you guys the information you want. It really just comes down to being asked that, so I know what to provide you. So I hope you enjoyed, bro. Drop a like for Brandon's transformation. He absolutely killed it. And if you have any other questions, you can feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, or I'll leave a link in the description to book in a call with me personally, and we can see if I can get you to your goal. So lock in, bro, and get absolutely shredded for the last month of summer.